all of you, especially to your mom. I am Ahmad Espaco, BS Psychology 1B, and I am here to discuss all about the importance of subject-verb agreement, a fundamental aspect of English language. So, in this video, we will explore the concept of subject-verb agreement, a key aspect of English grammar that is essential for academic writing and communication, of course. So, what is subject-verb agreement? So, it is a fundamental concept in grammar that ensures the subject and verb in a sentence agree in number. It means subject-verb agreement is all about making sure that subject and verb match in terms of number of being singular or plural. If the subject is singular, the verb should be singular too, of course. And if the subject is plural, the verb should be plural too. So we have different kinds of rules here in subject-verb agreement. But let me discuss the basic one, the basic rules. So we have two different. We have singular subject and plural subject. So singular subject, it takes singular verbs. So we have example here. They cat sleeps. So the subject here is the cat and the verb is sleeps. So she is talking about one cat only. The plural subject take plural verbs. So the example here is the cat sleep. So the subject here has a letter S, so it plural. And then that's it.
Hey everyone, I am Farhana Manak and my topic is general rule. A singular subject takes a singular verb and a plural subject takes a plural verb. So this means that the verb must always match the number of the subject. If the subject is only one, we use singular verb, and if the subject is more than one, we use plural verb. For example, is the boy plays in the park. This is a singular subject to singular verb. So the subject is the boy, which is singular because only one boy. So the verb is plays is also singular because the rule is when the subject is singular, the verb should also be singular. So the second is the boys play in the park, which is plural subject to plural verb. So the subject is the boys, which is plural because more than one boy. Therefore, the verb play is also a plural because the rule is when the subject is plural, then the verb should also be plural. So, in short, the subject and the verb must always agree in number. That is the general rule. That's all.
So here are some special rules in subject and verb agreement. So first is indefinite pronouns. Some indefinite pronouns are always singular, like anyone, everyone, someone, and nobody. So it requires a singular verb. For example, everyone is invited to the party, and that is singular verb. Another example is some are plural and requires a plural verb. For example, many are called but few are chosen, and that is plural verb. Another example is another can be both singular and plural. For example, all, some, and any, depending on what they refer to. For example, all of the cake is gone, so that is singular. And another example is all of the apples are gone, so that is plural. So two is compound subjects, and two subjects joined by and usually take a plural verb. For example, Tom and Jerry are friends, so that is plural verb. And another example, if the compound subjects refer a single entity or considered a single unit, use a singular verb. For example, peanut butter and jelly is my favorite sandwich. So that is singular verb. And my third one is subjects joined by or nor. So when subjects joined by or nor, the verb agrees with the subject closest to it. For example, neither the teacher nor the students were present. And that is subjects joined by or nor. Another example is either the students or the teacher is responsible. So that is another example of subject joined by or nor. So the fourth one is collective nouns. So what is collective nouns? Collective nouns can be singular or plural depending on what depending on whether the group is acting as singular unit or as a individual. So for example, the team is winning. So that is singular. So another example is the team are wearing their new uniforms. So that is plural. So another is the fifth one, titles and names. So titles of books, novels, groups, and movies, ayan, are usually treated as singular even they are plural form. So for example, The Grapes of Wrath is a classic novel. So that is singular but in a plural form. So another special rules is fractions and percentage. So fractions or percentage are singular kapag ito ay nagre-refer ng singular noun, and nagiging plural ito kapag naman ay nagre-refer din ng plural noun. For example, 1/4 of the cake is gone. So that is singular. And another example is 1/3 of the students were absent. So that is plural. So the last one is expression of time. The expression of time, money, and measurement. So when the subject is a unit of time, money, and measurement, it often takes a singular verb. For example, $5 is a high price for that item. And another example is 10 years is a long time. So that is what expression of time, money, and measurement. And the subject and verb agreement, in short, in basic principles, the subject of the sentence nagsasabi kung sino or ano ang sentence na yon, kung saan ito tungkol. And ang verb naman is nag-express ng action and nag-state ng kung ano ang sentence or kung ano ang tinutukoy ng sentence na yon. So, for clarity and correctness, they need to agree in number. And lastly, understanding these special rules, enhancing clarity and correctness in English writing and speaking.
Hello everyone, good day. My name is Naraini Mitimbang from Bachelor of Science in Psychology, BSP 1B. So now, I'm going to discuss to you about the specific rules of subject and verb agreement. But before anything else, what is subject and verb agreement? The subject and verb agreement is a grammatical rule that means the subject of a sentence and verb must agree in number, singular or plural. So now we will proceed the specific rule of subject and verb agreement. So the specific role of the subject and verb agreement means singular subject take a singular verb and the plural subject take a plural verb. Here, the example of a singular subject. The dog barks. So, dog is a singular. So the verb barks must also be a singular. Next is the example of plural subject. The dog barks. So the word dogs is a plural. So the verb bark must be a plural. Another thing, in the present tense, singular verbs often ends in s. Like for example, he runs, she eats. While the plural verbs usually have no s. For like for example, They run, we eat. But remember that there are tricky cases that we should be considered. Like when the sentence had end, then this is considered as a plural. For example, Tom and Jerry are funny. So there are two subjects, so that and we also use the and, so the sentence considered as a plural. Another thing is when we use the indefinite pronoun, which is indefinite pronoun is general. Like for example, everyone is here. So even though the word everyone is sounds plural, but it is considered as a singular. In short, in the specific role of subject and verb agreement, always make sure the verb match the subject in number. Like use a singular verb with a singular subject, and plural verb with a plural subject, and this keeps your sentence clear and grammatically correct. And that's all. Thank you.
So, hello everyone. My name is Janaisa Onenka. So, my topic today is all about and text tasks. So, the term and text tasks refers to the final activities or assignment related to text in an educational context. These tasks usually aim to consolidate comprehension, encourage critical thinking, or apply learned knowledge from the text. And text tasks often involve summarizing, answering comprehension question, writing continuation, presenting content referently, or other activities that conclude the study of a given text. So, in language learning and teaching, these tasks help ensure understanding of the content, reinforce vocabulary or grammar points, and encourage engagement with the material through meaningful output or reflection. They are typically assigned after reading or interacting with the text to deepen comprehension and provide an opportunity for assessment or practice. So, and textiles are the last activities after reading a story or a text. So, these tasks help us check if we really understood the story and can use what we learned. It can be answering question and telling the story in our own words or talking about what happened. So, for example, after reading a short story about a cat, an end text task might be to answer what did the cat do first or what is your favorite part of the story. So another task can be to draw a picture about the story or write a short summary in simple sentences. So these tasks are easy and help us remember and practice what we read, or they make sure we finish the story and learn from it. That's it.